All right, I'm in the picture here. Okay, this is links. Let's take a concept from the other videos that I did, the Lenormand videos, right? That's with the houses, right? And let's use it as an opportunity to get a more interesting and accurate depiction of what's going on in a person's life relating to the tarot. Someone comes to you and they say, all right, I want a reading, and they play that game with you where it's like, you tell me what's going on in my life. And you're like, well, do you want to talk about something specific? And they're like, no, nothing. And you're like, all right. Because you know that they're wanting you to jump hoops, right? You take a nice deep breath in, connect to the person. Make sure you connect to the person. And then you look at this. This will tell you, let's try it just like we did with the Lenormand, okay? What houses, what area in their life, and what's happening. Tarot. House 1, okay? Queen of Swords. So how the person's internal state is mentally, their mental control, suspicion, and or mental view of themselves is starting to blossom with new possibilities. This is 7 of coins. Okay. So I'll go back to interpreting that in a minute. Second one. An area in their life where they're being tested, or they've had to recently undergo perhaps a shock. And then in that area of their life, another 7. Area of their life coming up, fulfillment and happiness. Okay, chaos. And competition. So this is how I might do this. In the area of your life where your inner view of yourself, there was recently some new ideas came to you that made you reevaluate perhaps how you view yourself and what your own potential was. This has tested you in that area and given you a place of new opportunities coming from it, because your current fulfillment is in chaos and or competition. Okay? So in the area of how they view themselves mentally or their inner mental control discipline. In the area of being tested, self-test, or going through a trial, or having to sort of take a face down and show themselves more clearly for who they really are, and in the happiness. So this is how I would read it. Putting it all together, I'd say, what happened is you recently found your self-image challenged. That has actually forced you to sort of let down your guard more. There's new opportunities that are coming from it, but you're too busy trying to compete by showing that old face to people that it's actually causing you a great deal of inner turmoil. That's how I might do it. Let's try one more, okay? So let's say a guy comes to you and asks you about career. I'd also do that seeds of the past thing. I'll show you on this one. That one literally was the seeds, the 7. Oh, by the way, there are 2 7s in there that I would use. That's a little deeper. That's a little more advanced, but okay, some guy comes to you, asks you about his job, okay? So I'd say, in relation to his job, in the ear, watch the same cards come up. Okay. All right, in the area of a new business deal, and then there's a 5. He's like, I want a job, right? Okay. And then in the area of blending and melding things, and then there's the Knight of Swords. Okay, see where this is going. Okay, and then in the area of managing resources because of it, there's a 6. Okay, so he's going to have to cut his losses. So he's like, I want to know about my job and I want to know about, my work life. And like, all right. So here's what's happening. In the area of his work life, the seeds of the past that result in the future here. Okay, this is the future. First two are the seeds of the past. So you know that the one in the middle is where he's at now. Probably, unless you dictate it otherwise. So you go, hey, it looks like a recent business deal in the area of business dealings, okay, fell through. Now, what you're trying to do at this moment is force the situation. So this business deal was a partnership because in this case, it looks like he wants the partnership to happen and he's trying to force it. But in the future, what's going to happen for you to manage the resources, you're going to have to cut your losses and move on. And the seeds of this are in this. So, business deal fell through. You currently are trying to make this deal still happen. You're going to have to cut your losses and move on to best manage your losses. Okay? So the point is, you can use a card to create a house, like we did in the Lenormand stuff, to tell you what area it happened in and then what happened. In the area of business deals, there was a loss. In the area of you coming together with a new partnership, you're currently trying to force it. And in the future, and in the area of managing your resources, it's best for you to cut your losses and move on. I'm Lucky Links. That's how you use that method of Lenormand. So people are always saying, you can't read Lenormand like tarot. Well, what happens, and that's not true, as I show in another video. But what happens if you take those methods from Lenormand and put them into tarot? Will they work? Absolutely not, because it's this ancient thing that has all these correspondences with the Kabbalah and everything. But try it. See what you get. Take this method, create a house, put something in it, and fuck the mystery school. Play, see what gives you accurate information and how it works. How do you judge timing? That's a whole other thing. For now, see if you can get the information, and then when someone says, when's that going to happen? You go, when it happens, unless you're really good with feeling the time. Remember that physicists have said that time is fluid, and remember that time and space are linked. So, is timing always absolutely positively accurate? That's a whole other subject, and I'll probably do a video on that. But for now, try this. Take that Lenormand method, make yourself houses, do a past, present, future, see what it gets you. You'll be really surprised. It's really cool. It's amazing what you can get out of this. I'm Lucky Links. This was, by the way, this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think this is my all-time favorite tarot deck now. Jolie's Circus and Sideshow Tarot. Hey, if Jolie's out there and you're on Facebook, please friend me. Beautiful, beautiful work. I think this is the most amazing tarot deck I've ever seen. I have a love of circuses, and I think at a time when people are creating all this dark imagery or all this, floofy up in the... I think this is one of the most beautiful tarot decks I have ever seen. And kudos to you and your artwork. Lucky Links, if you have any questions, put them in the thing below. I'll do my best to answer you. As always, wishing you success and good fortune in all that you do.